Hi, thank you for being here on my email list. This month I thought I would do something a little bit different. I'm just coming to the end of 8 paintings that I've been working on this year, all of people, and I thought I would just share my process when I get to this stage. So that is, they've all been worked on to varying degrees, but fairly similar amounts of time on all of them. But as always, it's a bit like having children. Some of them turn out nicer than others, can I say? Even though you bring them up and teach them all the same things, they just turn out slightly different. And it's exactly the same with paintings. So this is how I go about letting paintings learn from each other and me learning from the paintings, and hopefully bringing them all to a good conclusion. And I thought I would just share this with you. Okay, so here's the first one, and this lady is pretty much there. I'm quite happy with her. I'm liking the colours, liking the composition. I'm really liking the way that the figure is integrated with the background there over here on the hair. I think that really works. So this one is so close. The only thing I'm going to do with it actually is just add a few more buds to the tree, just to kind of give it that feeling of spring and growth and life, which I think is what I want to say with that one. Again, I'm quite happy with this. I just want to soften some of those edges. See how most of the edges are quite similar. So I just want to integrate her slightly a bit more with her background in some ways. And I might put some kind of figurative element in that background as well. I'm thinking a school of fish is what I'm thinking. So I may just do that as well. But I'm quite happy with her. Then I've got this lady here. And yeah, I'm really pleased with her actually. Liking the colours, liking the composition. I think the only thing I'm going to do is her lips are a little bit extreme. So I'm just going to maybe knock some of the colour out of those. I might soften that cheek a little, I'm not sure. And then she's done. Woo, I love it. I'm on my knees here, this is hard. So this one here, this one was painted over a painting that I did in Devon actually, of rooftops and things, but I've kind of changed it and changed some of those rooftops to be masts of boats and scratched in with flags and things, which I quite like. I like the composition. I'm just going to change the colour of her hair, I think. It's getting slightly caught up in the hat. And perhaps a little bit of change the colour of her skin. Again, maybe the lips, take them down a little. And then I think she'll be good to go as well. Lastly down here, we've got this lady with a fish. I really like the composition of this one. Quite happy. This was one of the first ones that I did actually, but I just need to change the colour of her skin. She looks a little bit deathly pale, and perhaps make some of the edges of that hair a little bit stronger. I liked the geometric lines in that first one, so incorporate some of that, and then she's good. I've got these little ones. These are on wooden panels, 30 by 30 centimetres. And I've got this little pair of children who I'm quite liking. I think I'm just going to lighten her lips a little and soften that chin cleft. And with this one, perhaps just change the colour of the background. I'm not liking that grey background, and lighten some of that shading on the lower half. It's a little bit extreme. So it's my dog making all that sound there with a rather large ball. You know, you're making lots of noise. Clearly doesn't care. And then I've got this lady here who's quite elegant. I quite like her. Again, I think I'm just going to address some of the colours of the skin and knock those lips back a bit. And then I think she's good to go. And I've got this tiny little one on the end, just 20 by 20 centimetres, which in old money I think is 8 inches by 8 inches. I quite like this conversation with the fish. It's quite cool. I think that's just about there. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed looking at those. Just stand back, you can see them all. I'm in the working at home at the moment because it's been so cold in my studio. But as the weather's getting nicer, I think this week I'm going to venture there. So there they are. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. Okay, thank you for being here.